David Hundeyin put out a long write-up alleging that he had been approached by an international NGO to write a disparaging article about the Dangote refinery and how it is bad for the environment. Now, he said that it wasn't immediately apparent that that was what the NGO wanted, but as he asked for more information, by the way, they were willing to pay him 800,000 Naira for that one single article. And as he tried to get more information from them, it became apparent to him that they just wanted someone who had a strong voice and had always spoken on, important issues in Nigeria, to add their voice to the criticisms against the Dangote refinery. And his response was very clear. It was unequivocal. He said he was not going to allow international interests to try to dictate to Nigeria how to run its business. But one thing that struck me the most of what he said is that for those who believe that it's a conspiracy theory, where when people say that there are bigger powers at play that are trying to, what's the word now, to scuttle Nigeria's plans to be self-sufficient as far as energy is concerned, that is not a he said it's not a conspiracy theory. He's a testimony that it actually exists, that there are people bigger than Nigeria, bigger than individual players within the Nigerian geopolitical space, who want to see us continue to import refined products. And that's the reason why I feel like it should have been given more prominence in
reporting,
right,
or reportage. Well, he said something in one of the interviews I listened to. He said, "I'm sure I wasn't the only journalist Dialogue Earth NGO reached out to,
right,
and after I went public, they mobilized a narrative response, and that was what he said." So he said the UK NGO tried to bribe him to push a narrative against Dangote refinery. That was what he said. However, my biggest, thinking about it was how this could have been a practice, in
time past.
Yes, where people sponsor a narrative against a brand, against a company, against a project, against a policy. And so those who write, or those who wrote then, those who spoke vocally against such projects, might be speaking from the point of the fact that they've collected something.
Exactly. And this revelation by Hundeyin just opened that up, apart from the fact that I think he should be hailed, because it would have been easy for him. He already criticizes Dangote, so if he had written that, it would have just been, another David. You would not even be able to pick out the difference in, or tell that he was being paid to write this one. But he was moved by his conscience, knowing that Nigeria deserves a refinery that works. Unfortunately, at this point, it is not a state-owned refinery. It is an individual's refinery, but it will help solve some of our importation problems. And he had the integrity to call them out, reject the offer, and still blow the lead on it. I feel like it's commendable. People may not like David Hundeyin, but please, they should give him this one,
This flower.
Yes. I know, well, maybe I don't know personally, but I assume that a lot of people will take this, clean their mouth, write the article, and move on with their lives.
How about this is just another design to just be in the public eye?
No, I do not think so.
I just said.
For David Hundeyin, I do not think so. I mean, he would have had to be very strategic in thinking and lay it all out, the plan. Come on. Okay. What does he stand to gain?
I just said that. Scratch it if you don't believe it, but I just said it. Anyway, when we talk about energy sufficiency, when we talk about Nigeria being able to produce its own, PMLs and the other derivatives from our crude oil, 2019, I played this yesterday, I want to play it again. Mele Kyari promised, listen again.
Right. The legitimate expectation from Nigerians, why can we be an oil-producing country with 4 refineries and yet importing sometimes 100% of our petroleum product requirement? It's very sad. The GMD Emeritus has told you the steps that we have taken when the Port refinery is going to be in place. But I assure you, GMD will follow it up to make sure that within the life of this administration, before Baba's tenure ends in 2023, we'll deliver only 4 refineries.
I guess it's no longer sad that we have 4 refineries,
right,
and we import 100% of our PMS needs. I guess it's no longer sad.
Yeah,
until they said that, I mean, he promised that we would deliver the 4 refineries 2023, but it's just 2024.
Really? I mean, the first promise was not even 2023. Even though, yes, he said they would deliver all 4 before
the end of the term
yes,
of the president.
But that's assuming that all 4 were supposed to be gotten back to running, right? But at least you could have delivered 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Out of this one, none of them.
I mean, you promised 4.
You see, each time I hear this soundbite, it just annoys me. And the part that annoys me the most is the applause. You know, so 2019, this is like 5 years since that promise. And we've had many other promises after this one. We know how many delivery dates were given within 2024
and we just had
alone.
We just had another extension, the 6th running time.
My hope is dashed on that.
Really?
My hope is now on Dangote for NNPC and their shenanigans. They should shift.
Okay. Olugbon responded to Obasanjo because Obasanjo said that our National Assembly members are more or less, he didn't call them corrupt, but he said that it's satanic. It's not moral for them to decide on their own remuneration. However, some clarifications came to say that, okay, Ramfak gives them their salaries. Maybe they decide what their running costs. I still wanted to know what it means to run, and then add cost to it.
You may not get the meaning if you're trying to decipher it that way.
Well, but running costs,